we can have our anger dance. She can dance her anger. I can dance my anger. We can dance our frustration. We can dance and be sad and not feel like we need to fix each other.
And relax. As soon as I started to really get people deeply into the dance and into their bodies, all of us began to feel all kinds of things that we had never felt, that we had decided we would never feel, that we, in fact, thought we didn't feel. And then all this deceit began to come up, all this pretense began to be unmasked, all this real fear, the fear of fear, the fear of anger, the fear of sorrow, the fear of joy, the very scared of joy, because if we get too happy, somebody's going to be a buzz killer and like shoot us down. Yeah, it's so amazing how much of the time we're in control and how frightened we are being out of control. What I love about this practice is that I can bring anything into it, that I don't have to be feeling good or up or open, that I can come into a room full of people and feel completely shut down. That's the whole thing about this practice, is really accepting how we feel, allowing that to be part of the dance, and seeing where it takes us.
How can you tell when you see somebody what's going on inside?
Well, the body can't lie. Like the ego can have all kinds of opinions and theories and beliefs about itself, but the body itself can't lie. I just pay attention and I keep following, and if I stay one step ahead of you, then I can say, let your head go, or it's always something simple. Inside of every person, there is a broken-hearted child. There's also a wild teenager and an incredibly wise elder. And I just call upon those three parts of us to move. And those are the parts that begin to create the healing for each of us. Slam dunk all lines and boundaries and jump off the edge of the self into this freestyle world of chaos and just really have a good time being a person, being alive. I thought, I want to dance like that. I want to dance fully and totally. I want to give myself up totally. I want to surrender. I want freedom. I want freedom from all this stuff I'm carrying. That brought me to chaos.
Chaos, the unification of male and female energy of the first two rhythms. This is the rhythm that allows us to lose control, let go of judgment, and welcome the unknown.
Beat-driven, that came from inside out, that could never be choreographed, could never be repeated. That was a wild dance, but it had deep roots. It had light roots. It had roots that went back to zero. And those roots held me while I flew. And eventually, having done enough of that, I arrived in this exquisite, very trance-like space of lyrical, where I felt lightened up. In that dance, I could feel patterns coming through, like a language, like the language of my soul. That's right.
Lyrical, nimble, gliding, a harmonious flow after touching the deepest and most painful places within.
Lyrical is vast. Each one of these rhythms is like a vast world of energy. And from that space, I began to find this really deep stillness. Use the lyrical to leap into the stillness, to dive into it in some unpredictable way. This place where everything is inside out and upside down, where it's you're so still, you're electrified in your own movement, or you're moving in an electrified stillness, and there's no separation, that there's a dissolution of all the contraries, that there's this place of where everything becomes one. Move so you don't know what's going to happen. Surprise yourself and stick with the small. Mark, yes, good. Yes.
Stillness, the rhythm of inner peace leading to meditation in movement.
In the dance, it's like in the dance everything can shatter and then it kind of reassembles itself into a new being. Wherever you are, hold it, hold it.
Has allowed me to listen, to really be in my body and to listen to when I need to listen to it the most.
Every process in life fluctuates between 5 rhythms. The awareness of each one individually, and all of them in sequence, is a powerful tool in understanding the process of the human spirit.
The 5 rhythms came to me, each one individually. Like first I found flowing. I could see that people quite often betrayed the flow of their own energy. And I understood that I betrayed the flow of my own energy.
Flowing, the female rhythmic energy of Mother Earth. This rhythm connects us to our natural flow and the undiscovered potential embodied within us. As we practice the dance for a sustained period of time, we learn to operate from within our own movement center.
Eventually I began to see that we didn't remember how to say yes or no fully and with dignity, and that and I began to discover staccato, or a more focused form of movement.
Staccato, the male rhythmic energy. This is a sharp, fast energy that places us in a world where we traverse between thought and movement, sensations and their expressions.
In my early 20s, I just wanted to dance, and I saw this gypsy dancer, La Chunga, in Spain, and she was so wild and so free and so passionate.